How's it going, guys? The latest Shadowverse expansion, Fortune's Hand, has finally been revealed. It's not quite the anime expansion I was hoping for, and the next expansion it has to be a story expansion, which will be set in Texas apparently.
What's so great about dumb old Texas?
So I don't know if we'll ever get an anime expansion, but either way, Fortune's Hand looks pretty cool, and in this video we're going over some things that I would like to see in Fortune's Hand. So the first thing I want to talk about is reprints. When we have the story expansion and then the non-story expansion, recently the non-story expansion they have a lot of reprints, and when you talk about reprints, people might think of like the same card being brought back, but in the world of Shadowverse, we think of it like the same character being brought back, like how Olivia was the original Olivia and then she comes back, and it's a similar effect, but it's not the same. It's the same character. They're usually a bit different and better, if anything. So we're getting a lot of this recently, and I mean, I love the Shadowverse characters, and I'm always down for some reprints. So the reprints that I would like to see in this set, I mean, number one, it's got to be my boy Lucifer. You guys know he's my favorite card of all time. He's definitely due for a reprint. I think it's gonna happen at some point. I don't know if this is the expansion, but I'd like to see it. He's just such a great design card. My second card for the reprints will be Cerberus. Cerberus is one of those huge side games characters. She's been in like 4 different games: Rage of Bahamut, Dragalia Lost, Granville Fantasy, Shadowverse. She's like in the anime. She's got a figure. Cerberus is great. Everybody loves her. I love Cerberus. I love Coco Mimi, honestly. So I don't know if it's too early for Cerberus to come back, but like Lucifer, I think she will definitely come back at some point. And I mean, why not? We miss her, don't we? And for my last character, one that's maybe not so obvious, I'd like to see Loki come back. We've seen Odin come back. We've seen Zeus come back. Give me that Loki. Loki was really cool. He's got a cool guitar, had a really interesting effect that they could do something cool with it. So I'd like to see Loki come back. The next thing that I would like to see from this expansion is more class individuality. So in the past, with the universe mechanics, the machinas, and the naturas, we've had these things where the entire classes share the traits, right? So everybody is doing the same thing in a way, where we're all having machina followers, all having, natura trees or universe. And I understand why they do this. It's easy to print, neutral support for the decks when everyone's doing the same thing, right? So cards like Pathfinder and Mecha Wing Angel, they're great cards because they're not overpowered, but they really help those decks, as like a nice engine. And it's easy to just print it, it's a neutral, everyone plays it, and it's effective, right? It works. But I'd like to see more variety, and for that, I think the classes need to go back to being more individualistic and doing their own thing. So maybe Shadow goes all in on Reanimate, and Dragon goes back to discarding, and Sword is like all about the board or something like that, right? I don't mind, we're sharing a couple cards here and there. I'd like more variety, right? So I hope we don't get another like everybody does this one thing. Let the classes do their own individual things, right? Give me my Haven amulets, give me my blood, pain support, give me that class identity we want so badly, right? And the last thing that I want to bring up is I want aggro support. So in Fortune's Hand, we're getting a new keyword called Rally. Now Rally is going to work based on how many followers have entered the field. I think it's something like that. And then, some effect will happen. We've seen the Wind God already, which is going to support some sort of, you have a board-based strategy, you summon dudes, and then you get a Wind God, and she's going to buff your board. And that seems really cool, Historically, aggro and control are not really great in Shadowverse. Shadowverse tends to be dominated by these, mid-range decks that have a strong combo at the end, basically. The last time we had like a competitive aggro deck was like maybe the Axeman Forest, probably over a year ago. Now, maybe if aggro was super good, I would hate it and I'd be like, oh, get aggro out of here. But it's been a while. I like to see aggro decks come back. We play some janky aggro decks here and there, and while they're playable, they never end up being good to be like meta, and they feel janky, right? Like something is missing. So, with the Rally keyword, that's going to ideally support board-based strategy, some aggro support so that all these crazy combos can maybe you go under them by, ending the game before they get there. Like Machina Blood is an example of a deck that, while incredibly powerful, if you really think at its curve, aside from Cherub, which is, like a huge outlier, they're really just playing like well-statted followers on curve that don't do anything crazy. Like sure, Corruption has a good leader effect, but like, you activate it like turn 5 and then you get like 1 damage. It's really not till all Machinas comes down that the game goes crazy and they just like win on the spot. So imagine if you could have like good viable aggro decks to just beat them before they get there. I think it would be good for, once again, the variety of the game. Just give aggro a little push, Rally, it could happen, so I'd like to see it, but I'm excited for Fortune's Hand. It should be a great expansion. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. As they reveal cards, I'll be reviewing them on my Twitch channel. I don't know if we'll have those reviews up on YouTube as well, but if you guys are interested, definitely check out the Twitch, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I can't wait for the expansion, and I'll see you guys later.